So what's up, y'all? It is Bella back testing with. So what's up, y'all? It is Bella back testing with Bella. Today I am going to show you how to do a top-down analysis using the strat and also using ICT concepts. So whenever I'm doing top-down analysis on Sundays, I usually start from the monthly chart and work my way down to the lower time frame. So on the monthly chart, I can see that this is trying to fill a fair value gap. So I will mark a line here from the monthly chart, and I'm going to make this a different color so you guys can see more clear. Let's just make it black, make it simple. I will put 1 month fair value gap fill. I'll make it a bit smaller because it's going to be so many different lines from different time frames. And then also, I will mark here. No, I won't mark that there. I can clearly see that it's bouncing from an order block on the monthly chart. So mark my levels for there. I will go down to the weekly chart. And at the weekly chart, I will mark a level here and put trading above 1 week bullish fair value gap. So I always like to know if it's bullish or bearish just to see like where the trend of the market can be. So I know if it's trading below 38.96, then it's possibly gonna go and fill this fair value gap and continue on to the downside, or fill the fair value gap and then start trading back above. I also like this level here, which is at a 1 week rejection block. So I do like watching around rejection blocks because it could possibly reject from there if it gets to that level. So going down to the daily chart. On the daily chart, it's the same thing as the 1 week bullish fair value gap. So I will click back on this line and I will put above 1 day fair value gap. So usually on the daily chart, I like to draw a broadening formation. So I will draw my broadening formation from a swing high to a swing low. So I'll put it there, and I'll put another broadening formation bottom line from a swing low to a lower low. So looking at the chart on a daily chart, this is a 1. The next day will be a trigger for entry possibly, unless this day was to go 2 up. So if I did see the market start to trade above 39.14, then I would know that the market is also going bullish towards buy side liquidity. Now, I would mark my buy side liquidity towards 41.46, and just to change these lines so you guys can see clear. That's not where I had it at. It must be at 14. All right, so buy side liquidity. I will mark another area at buy side liquidity. which is at 42.18. And stick with me, I'm going to get to sell side liquidity. So I'm also going to mark sell side liquidity, which is just under here, 37.49. So at sell side liquidity, I'll also make sell side liquidity a different color. Sell side liquidity from the daily chart. There's another area of sell side liquidity at 36.32, which I'm going to make this different, change the color. And the lowest area at sell side liquidity. So if you guys notice, from the broad information, every time, just to make it bigger so you guys can see, every time it gets to this area, it drops. So now it's back at the top of the broad information. It could possibly drop from here, or it can break through the broad information and go towards buy side liquidity. So I am going to go to a lower time frame to see exactly what's going on. So at the lower time frame, you guys can see that there is an imbalance that needs to be filled. So also on a lower time frame from the 4-hour chart, it is also at a rejection block. So from here, the market can possibly drop back down to 38.20. 38.20. So clicking back on this line, I got to add more details. So it is also above 4-hour fair value gap. Once it drops below and trades below the 4-hour fair value gap, it's going to go to try to fill this imbalance. So this imbalance on the chart is way at a low of 38.20. So once it starts trading below 38.97 from this line here, where it's trading above currently the weekly bullish fair value gap, the daily one fair value gap, and a 4-hour fair value gap, where you guys can see that we're currently on a 4-hour time frame. If it was to start trading below, it is going to go fill this imbalance. There's no doubt about it. It's going to go fill this imbalance. Now, there's also an imbalance towards buy side liquidity. So there's an imbalance from this area up here on these candlesticks. But there is also an imbalance in this area here. So I'll make these colors different so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. So the orange lines, imbalance is on the chart. So this can continue towards buy side liquidity, or it can have a retracement back down towards sell side liquidity, continue up towards buy side liquidity, just to fill those imbalances on the chart, which is way up somewhere around $4,100. So going down to the lower time frame, I don't really use the 2-hour time frame. I do use the 1-hour time frame. So on a 1-hour time frame, you guys can see on a 1-hour time frame, it is also rejecting. So from the 1-hour time frame, I will put a line there. This is a line, and I'm going to add some details to this horizontal ray, and I'm going to put 1 hour, 1 hour below a bearish order block. So I know if it continues trading below this bearish order block on a 1-hour time frame, it is definitely going to go fill the imbalance, which is way down towards 38.45 on the lower time frame. Also, here on the chart, I do like another broad information, but I'm going to make this one a different color. So on this broad information, I'll make it a color you guys can see. So the green broad information is definitely coming from the 1 hour chart, and I would use a low to another low. So that is my broad information from the 1 hour chart. Every time it gets to this area on a 1 hour chart, it drops. Back here at the top, at the broad information, it drops. So let me clear these little ugly highlighter things off my chart. So far, I have a broad information from the daily chart, and I have a broad information from the lower time frame, which is the 1 hour chart. Now that I have all my levels marked from buy side, sell side, liquidity, yeah, I know the lines probably look crazy on my chart. So matter of fact, I'm gonna go to the 1 hour time frame. So now that I have all my levels marked, this is how I do my top-down analysis throughout intraday. I do use the 15, 5, 2 minute, 1 minute chart, and also the hour chart. And the point of me marking these levels on a higher time frame is so I can know if it goes above or below, then basically I know which way the market is trading, whether it will be trading towards buy side or sell side liquidity. So that is how I do top-down analysis. And I'll just write it in a text so you guys can like basically go in order how I do. I start at the 1 month time frame. I go down to the weekly time frame. I go down to the daily time frame. This is where I mark my buy and sell side liquidity. I go down to the 4 hour time frame. I go down to the 1 hour time frame, where I also mark broad information. So just say here on a 1 month chart, I look for fair value gaps. On the weekly chart, I also look for fair value gaps. So fair value gaps, when I say fair value gaps, I'm just basically looking for displacements on the chart. I also use the strat to see if it is a 2 up. So I'm going to add this here too. I use strat concepts, strat combos. Weekly, I also use strat combos. Okay. So on the daily chart, I mark fair value gaps. I also mark buy and sell side liquidity. For our chart, I use fair value gaps as well. I also look for rejections. And also I look for order blocks. Now on the 1 hour time frame, I look for fair value gaps, rejections, order blocks, broadening formations. Y'all know what I'm saying? So also on a daily, I do add broadening formations too. Okay, So this is how I do my top-down analysis, which is here. That is how I do my top-down analysis. So hopefully this helped you guys to see how to have an idea on how to do top-down analysis. And also, I have a free Discord where you guys can join me in my group every day. We are learning the strat and ICT, going over the strat and ICT, trading the strat and ICT. Sometimes we do live trading, and yeah, it's a very lit group. Everybody in there is very welcoming. The group is free to you. You can invite yourself, and you can also invite your friends. So if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and stay blessed.